local tumble where a bunch of longtime friends and internet nerds transcend geography through the power of Discord to play Dungeons and Dragons and critically fumble a lot. Previously, the Cupcake Coterie are kind of bouncing from pillar to post, from disaster on disaster on disaster, at least half of which were precipitated to some extent by uh, we are reactionary dipshits half the time. I'm just saying. Um, Effectively, they wound up in Anbir to attempt to liberate the Protector Azamar from effective house arrest. That went interestingly, but left behind a few problems. Um, Part of which was some of the now fallen Azamar who were responsible for this mess having got away. They did dig up a couple of evidence bits that they probably at some point need to politely take to the governor. Politely, because, he was actually kind of nice about them outing the governors of Equitas as ancient dragons. But basically, gold dragons have a tendency to really like solitude. Uh, these guys have been finding out that, if he's going to maintain solitude, this gold dragon who is governor of this province, maybe he should empower sensible people to deal with some of the shit that's kind of hiding under various of the walls of the capital, like black mold. For instance, the vampire who's living at the far end of the Street of the Dark Gods, who Jessamy got some significant information from, and paid with a refugee from apparently Star Coast, though that part has not been mentioned yet. They just know that there's a vampire. She helped Jessamy and was paid in, well, child slave. So yeah, that's another thing that they're going to have to deal with. But the very first thing they have to deal with is it really wasn't eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It was either Alice or Remy who were going to end up being teleported to Avernus. I'm actually glad it came up Alice because it would have been a little bit complicated to deal with the other way. So, yeah, Jessamy is now empowered with the blood of several of you. The abilities that grants have not been fully explored, but they do know she's got functional wings now. And Alice was ported into Avernus. And after dealing with a couple of bits and pieces, like flagging up that there's going to be some empowered, pissed off asshole types, probably making trouble for the city, to both the governor and the Mobius twins, they were sent by the governor to Avernus to go after Alice and hopefully find her relatively quickly and bring her back so that they can deal with the rest of this mess. Because this is a terrible lot of mess. Yeah, I don't think any of you really knows a terrible lot about Avernus. So most of what you're seeing when you turn up is somewhere behind you, not very far away, is the absolute wreck of what was probably once a city, and it doesn't look like it was raised in any particular way that any of you are familiar with. There's also evidence of particularly large chains that have been kind of snapped in places.
That's not a good sign.
Oh,
Okay.
that's been there for a while. Is Cherie's comment on the whole thing. Uh,
Legends did not cover this.
That was Elthorel. It used to be up there.
Sorry, on the prime material
No,
or
suspended in air. You see those chains? People used to have to climb down them to actually get to Avernus.
so flying city.
No longer. It stopped doing that a while ago.
So all of that is because it just kind of fell.
We haven't entirely determined why the magic keeping it up failed, but that's one for the scholars, and I'm fairly sure that nobody is in particularly the mood. Right.
Oh.
Remy looks at her ring.
It's not so much a look; it's more of a tug in a northwesterly direction. There, before you go charging off, because I can feel you wanting to. There are a few things that you need to know. All of us need to be aware of before we go herring off. And then when you tell us what direction we need to be heading in, I can give some more specific guidelines. Number
Not really.
one. All right. Number one, do not go near the water. There is a river. You do not want to go anywhere near it if you want to keep your memories or any part of your psyche. I'm assuming you all want that.
Yeah. Yeah, getting dropped into something that would remove who we are as people would no.
Yes, depending on how far that way we have to go, we might have to cross it. But, there are boats. It's just actually dealing with the ferry people involved. That's never entirely fun. That way. Northwest. We may have to skirt west a bit first before we go heading in the general direction of north. Just on the basis of have you ever heard of a Cybriex? Arcana, for those of you who are proficient in it, which I think is like one. Yeah, Cybriac. I need to check whether it's a demon or a devil. Cybriacs are pretty powerful demons. The kind of thing that you guys might conceivably prevail over, maybe if you're lucky. Um, it sort of contaminates everything in a 30-foot radius from it. It's it can also basically reduce your intelligence to and is unpleasant in a massively I do what I want and it's always going to be ugly kind of way. Translation: chaotic evil taints and coats in nasty bile just about everything in its immediate vicinity.
These things are fun.
I mean, it sort of depends on how sturdy everyone is feeling and whether they think they could get answers out of one. Uh, uh, you seem to know what one is. You're welcome to explain it beyond bad. We can't hear you. There we
It's
go.
on. There we go. Well, it's part of it is there's if you're around it, it can contaminate you and reduce your intelligence, which I'm not a fan of.
Well, the contamination aura doesn't do that. It just can cast. You know the spell Feeble Mind? Yes, that one. There's a great deal of uh, let's face it, loss of sense of self is the sort of torment that you would expect in hell. But yes, I should run.
That's a devil?
That's a demon, and currently there is one chained up. If we went straight as the crow flies, we would be walking directly into it. They leave it chained up there to ask it questions.
So
At least according to our
demons
last map
cross
maker.
over into the hells?
There was a bit of a, I believe the term I've heard used on the few occasions I go into Her Grace's bower is slap fight.
That's terrifying.
Honestly, those tend to go a few different ways. You do have demons from below trying to take advantage of the various bits of chaos that happen up here. Then there was some issues with Archdevil versus the Tiamat's various servants, hence the nonsense that the demons tried to take advantage of to get themselves a bit more hellacious real estate.
Oh, right, we're in her backyard. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, that would mean he's down here too, possibly.
Who?
We ran into one of her servants by name of Arkan.
Ah, yes. One of the things in that general direction is actually his tower.
He has a tower.
Wonder if he's finally concerned now about the bullshit she's been doing. Great scaly red jackass.
He has a tower next to probably the almost any plane's largest temple, shrine, etc. to Tiamat. And she's probably in and around that area somewhere. But don't worry, that's not the only thing in that direction. It's quite a ways, in point of fact. The other things that are in that area are a few graves, crypt of the Hellrisers. That's Hellriders. That's grim, but at the very least somewhat hopeful-ish. There were a group of tieflings essentially trying to survive out here. And were effectively dragged into the war, but then basically just fought for their freedom. It's long historical story. Various other bits and pieces. This is potentially going to take a while, and that's the last thing I do need to warn you about. Time runs differently here, and honestly, the geography is a little shifty as well. The only map I have is an approximate. But time passes more quickly in the prime material plane than it does, or the other way around. Either way, it's for your friend, it's probably been, for us it's been a few hours since she was teleported out, yes? 2 or 3?
Something like that.
For her it's been a few days, at worst a week.
Okay, so
I don't like that
moving
look.
to-
Which one?
Remy,
I'm fine.
I don't like that look.
She's angry. I can understand why she's angry. I'm sorry you're not one to talk about being precipitate when angry, because she has still not stolen the championship from you, from what I've heard.
I'm well aware of that. I'm just basically trying to say, don't be me.
Fair enough.
Now, I should. The
I
three-
would have already been running about 5 minutes ago.
the
Claire,
first moment-
Clarity puts a hand on on Hazel when she says that.
Yes, but it does appear that Ava would like to say something.
If Arkham is here, there's not a small chance that our other delightful friend might be in the area as well.
You mean the handbag bitch?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me?
My half sister.
Iante. Tiamat servant.
And possibly
Avatar.
Avatar in
Possibly
making.
Avatar.
I'm very glad I have a very good memory. There's going to have to be so many updates. So many updates. Also, the reason that I made the stop to gather up some supplies is because Hazel, you have edible things in your packs.
Yep.
Take one out and try it.
Uh-oh. Right.
What
Gonna
are you
reach
going,
in,
What are you going to rummage for?
trying to decide if I use one of the magical food generating items or if I break out just a random bit of the
Probably
egg
start.
riff nonsense.
Probably best to use random bit of egg rift nonsense, because you don't know if you bring out if it's bad as she looks like it is. You don't want to risk tainting a magical food generation item.
Producing fucking Pop-Tarts again.
Okay, I'm gonna hand of fate this. Yeah, you have cinnamon toast Pop Tart.
Crack open package. Pull one out, snap it in half, proceed to hand half of it to Clarity and just take a bite out of the bit I have.
It tastes like cardboard and ash. You've tried this flavor before, and it was actually really good. Now it tastes like cardboard and ash.
Yeet!
Ambia, you know the quality of Ambia food. It's about the only a food that can make the transition here without tasting of nothing, of ash, wood pulp, and sad, basically. Because,
Still
pardon?
nutritious though.
To a point, ish,
So pardon.
sort of. But
No,
I have brought actual edible food.
thank you.
That is what I mean. Because the only other place that you can get anything that's remotely edible in Avernus comes from an individual that I have been told in no uncertain terms to avoid, at least in part because of the method of payment he will insist upon. And what he actually is. How many of you have heard of a Rakshasa? I'm gonna stick with Clarity's with Clarity's Arcana. You know, I mean, to be fair, anybody who's actually seen Critical Role to any great extent knows what a Rakshasa is. And I'm not doing the fucking jazz hand, so you can forget it.
I hate those things. I hate those things.
It's just gestures of clarity. Would you care to explain?
This microphone or Discord or whatever. The sort of the I forget, were they devils or demons?
I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure they were devils.
Fiend, so devil?
That's what I'm double checking. Yep. So yeah, they're more on the devil end of the scale than demon end of the scale.
The fiendish creatures that will hunt down a prey and continue hunting them until either they're dead or they are, and they have backwards hands, which I don't understand what the benefit of that is, but they're kind of cat-like.
Yes, the creature they most resemble is called a tiger. They are very easily offended. If you kill them, they effectively go through this entire very painful regeneration process, and that's why they will continue to hunt you until they have killed you in great, great pain, because nobody wants to go through that, and they hold grudges. They're also little sneaks. They are adept at illusion and enchantment magics. They are not to be trusted. And in the case of the one that works around here, in fact, anywhere, any place you can actually buy anything here, they don't take the kind of coin we have.
Wait, hold on. So how do you permanently kill one? If one's hunting you...
You kill it, you find where it's regenerating, and you kill that.
Oh, okay, so it is possible.
So like a phylactery, kind of.
Hmm?
So like a phylactery, kind of.
More like, continuously regenerating clones. Sort of. But similar, I suppose, because it's not an object you're destroying, it's literally them in larval form. And apparently growing from larval to adult form hurts. So does the trip
My
down.
heart bleeds for them.
Well, yes, you're particularly going to love this. They, as I say, they don't take the kind of coin or gems or anything we have that serves us as currency. They take soul coins. And yes, it does what it says on the tin.
I don't like that name.
Like I say, it is exactly what it sounds like. It is a soul pressed into a coin. That is why absolutely final bit of warning, and then yes, we can get going. I can still feel you vibrating. Looking at Remy. I am sorry, but these are things you need to know. I know that there are revivification spells that you all have access to. While you are here, do not rely on them. Do not let someone fall. Because that second or two, that minute before that you have before a revivification spell won't work is long enough for whatever soul is going to be evacuated to be repurposed as something else in here. There are ways of getting them back, but honestly, soul coin is about the best you could hope for. Worst is being eaten by an infernal engine, turned into a lemure, or just plain eaten. Do not let someone fall.
Wasn't going to anyway. Not good to know.
This is going, as I say, this is depending on where she was placed and what she's been doing meantime, well, this could take a while. Thankfully, as I say, even if it takes days, when we go back to the prime material plane, it won't have been anywhere near that long.
I don't like to suggest this, but should we be worried about them using her soul while she's alive?
No, if the soul is attached to the body, you don't have to worry about it quite so much.
Okay. Something, I suppose.
But yes, there's plenty of unfortunate around here. But from what I could tell from the last explorers who went through here, the usual shenanigans have been moderately quiet. I'm not sure exactly why, but,
Somehow that's more concerning.
well, I don't know what the usual Asmodeus, Zariel, Tiamat's faithful nonsense is going on, but that's apparently been fairly quiet. So a lot of what we are probably going to end up dealing with is either a great deal of nothing, or the occasional demon trying to take advantage of the lull in forces moving about.
Wonderful.
So, yes, if we want to avoid that bit of nonsense, looks as though we can skirt in the general area of Uldrak's grave. I'll have to sort of do a bit of a wibble around there. Stop at the crypt of the Hell Riders. Could after that it depends on. We'll take another look once we get to the crypt of the Hell Riders. Most things don't try anything in that. But again, be careful. There's some offshoots of the sticks in the way. Most of them are little trickles, so we shouldn't have any particular issue. But
You said don't get dunked, so
just don't touch the water. We don't take chances at this point.
gotcha.
So yeah, you all effectively, I assume, unless there's any last things anyone wants to say.
This is wrapping back around to what one of the individuals we know around here, aforementioned Tiamat follower, scaly scaly red jackass, as mentioned.
Arkin is actually a shorter way of putting it. Just saying.
What?
You seem to be saying the longer version of what you all call him.
Okay, yeah, short. So we might want to go shake him at some stage. If on the way out, better. But
You might not need to. If he knows we're here, he might.
we'll
find
see.
us.
We talked about trying to negotiate with him before, but priorities.
Mhm.
Because last time we talked, he was already worried about his god's whole deal and leveraging that to get some assistance down here might actually do something.
Well, if we run into him, we run into him.
Well,
And
as
if we
I
do,
as I
I'm
say,
ready
we
to
are heading in the general direction of his tower. I'm assuming that Alice is aware of this individual.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would them encountering each other be a good thing or a bad thing?
50-50 on that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Depends if she manages to negotiate with him or if it immediately goes to fighting. But he seemed relatively reasonable.
There have been previous encounters. They weren't great, but they also weren't complete stupid.
Hence, that were relatively reasonable.
He did try to kidnap her at some point, though. So,
And right, thinking about this, that was all on the prime material plane.
Yes.
Yep.
So his deity's eyes were not as clear on him as they would be here.
that would be a fair assessment.
Simply saying that just to potentially tilt the 50-50, because as I say, I don't really know about this situation, but I'm assuming he doesn't want not even just a god, but his god angry at him. And if she's watching him, and I'm assuming that he was attempting to do this in her name,
Yes.
well, it might be a little bit more and less on the potential bad. I suppose it just depends on how fast a talker she is.
No, it doesn't help that out of all of us, I'll say is by far the one TMR hates the most.
Did they know that when they dumped her here?
I don't know.
Hard
I
to
don't
say.
want to find out.
We still don't know who Jessamine's working for.
No.
But that is one more thing to deal with on another day.
Yeah. Can you guys give me an intelligence check? Because Cherie is having a think about the various bits of information you have just put before her, and
Fuck.
Natural 20. Oh no, it's, I mean, that's the same. My bad. 13. Damn it, wasted a natural 20.
I. What?
yeah. Weirdly enough, it's Rylan who's heard the stories in the name of. He's heard the stories more recently than most of these guys have thought of them, since trying to be ticking items off of the list. And Hazel, who's probably irrationally angry enough that she's got a ledger of every bit of horrible about this thing just sort of engraved in her brain. It's you two who are going, okay, so they wanted to know what. Okay, this Jessamy is apparently fairly power hungry, given that she'd been trying to soak up the powers from you guys, as many people as she could get blood from. What does the black shit offer? And did Tiamat not want to see what it would do to an
I have
Azamar?
a feeling.
Immediate, just extensive halfling swearing.
Whoa.
I'm
Whoa,
sorry,
Is an
you
unholy
I grab her
shriek.
face.
excuse
Hey,
me, you
Focus.
you kiss your mothers and your girlfriend with that mouth?
I grab Hazel's face. Hey, use your words. What?
Those were words. One.
Cohesive words.
Well, they were cohesive and coherent, they just weren't helpful.
Two.
And sorry, before we go into that, we should probably make sure that Rylan here doesn't faint, because they're looking a little.
I have a really bad train of thought happen. Oh
Yes,
God.
I think Hazel and you
You
and I
probably
are all
can't
having the
think
same train of thought.
What train of thought?
Jessamine.
The reason for the kidnapping?
Shit!
Uh,
Remember
Jessamine
what Alice
drank a
said.
bunch of.
no,
Remember
first of
what's
all,
going on.
whoa,
Hush.
Marion,
Sorry.
you're only slightly metagaming because I understand you're excited. I'm just you gotta wait for them to actually drop the horrible information before you start putting the pieces together. Okay?
So
Okay.
remember the reason for that initial kidnapping. What happens when Azamar plus Black crap? Now she has a power-hungry Azamar in her backyard.
Well, she doesn't necessarily have the power hungry Asmar in her backyard. It's more that my train of thought on it, because in her case it was a 21. Some of the questions that, as far as I've heard from Barnabas, you've all been asking yourselves as. Some question has arose about who she's serving, knowingly or not. Now, her progenitor is clearly annoyed with her. However, depending on how persuasive what is speaking to her at the moment is, she might perceive some of these changes and the power they grant as a gift rather than a censure. I don't think this is I think this is recent. I don't think this has been going on for any particular length of time, but as I say, time is faster here. Oh,
And
cool.
she was already a little round the bend beforehand.
Well, as I say, we didn't see very much of her, and that's the other problem. We were so focused on Tag as we, the government, were so focused on Tag as the person in charge, we didn't get to see very much of second in command, who apparently was, from what I'm seeing from you all, pulling the strings. So, unfortunately, you have a fairly intelligent opponent.
Yeah, who apparently had backup plans for death.
Yes, that's another thing. That sort of thing is some pretty significant magic. Also, some of the preparations that I made for this trip. I will say this and I will say only this. It might be worth all of your time to seek him out. My specialty is enchantment. One of the situations that I prepared for was in case something that could be conceivably helpful to us needed some coercion that we couldn't arrange through sheer charm. To be fair, Clarity, with the amount of studying she's done, she knows what Cherie is getting at. It's a spell called Geas.
Okay.
It basically obliges the target to perform a task of the wizard's choosing, and anything that they do that goes in any way against that hurts them. I mean, if this Archon is willing to work with you, it's a last resort. But I could very, if it came to the last resort, I could very much coerce him into doing that magically.
You're thinking of a Gaia spell?
Yes, it's one of those ones that I mean I've only picked it up fairly recently. It's actually within the last little while after some of the legal bits of nonsense that that have been coming up. Just gestures at all of you. We thought
Binding
that
magical contracts.
well, if exile was off the table and we don't really like killing people, it forces someone into community service or what have you. And if you have the wording right, that can last you for a long, long time.
Hmm.
It's a thought, anyway.
It's a last resort, but good to have.
I have some other bits and pieces up my sleeve as well, and I even studied up on some of the more martial ones. I'm not really used to that, but
Probably gonna need those too.
honestly, my go-tos are, please stop hitting me. I'm going over there. And, frightening things to death.
I don't know why, but that one's kind of cool.
I think you said hot the last time.
Well,
I like hot better.
okay. I mean, we're in here. I'm not really down in the mood for that much flirting at the moment.
I thought it might be best to lighten the mood, if not for you, then for them.
I appreciate that.
There is a certain amount of, at the very least, stifled but still partial laughter there. As I understand it, you usually have bards to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I am a poor substitute, but I make do.
I'm a fan.
Right, west first, and I'll let you know when it's best to do north. Yeah, this one, because this is going to be some hiking, is going to take an athletics check just to see how well y'all can do it. A forced Really? Jeez.
Oh. I know good in this place.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. Neither is Cherie, but my fucking dice.
Yeah, my dice are being obnoxious too.
Yeah. I mean, Remy and Barnabas are old campaigners.
Yeah.
Rylan has done their share of walking the forest and that kind of thing. Cherie, how she's doing this so well, given that, she's around about Barnabas's age, nowhere near, not quite as fit, certainly, but apparently walking around the halls of her workplace seems to have done something, because she knows how to pace herself, at least. Hazel's trailing a little. Clarity is trailing moderately. Ava is on adrenaline afterburn and really just wants to curl up into a little ball and whimper for a bit.
It's kind of true to real life. I always feel behind me at this.
Yes, but in this case, I'm trying to give you an out that's not you are a physical wuss. Okay, this is
Yeah.
more. I've found out too much bullshit. I spent all of last night panicking. The adrenaline has now completely left my system, and even the all-nighter special hasn't helped that much in terms of the aftermath of panic, sadness, rage, and all that kind of thing. And now you're just kind of, I just want to be a duvet burrito.
Can I still see the others at this point?
Well, that depends on how willing anybody else is to slow down for you, because Cherie is trying to make sure that everybody stays on some semblance of cohesion. But
Can't leave people behind, no.
yes, but to be fair, you can probably tell exactly how impatient Remy is getting right now.
Um,
Yeah, and unfortunately,
It is.
given those roles, this is after like the first hour, and people already want to sit down.
So, since I'm one of the trailing people,
Yeah, you're not as bad though. It's more you're more, but
yeah, just
you
kind of overheating because I'm used to running in armor, but I'm used to doing that on the prime material. It is way too fucking hot down here.
yeah, and to be fair, it's also kind of disorienting in that you're having to go over some fairly rocky terrain. The sky is this kind of quasi-uniform red. And there is not sun, moon, or anything else that you recognize, but there's enough light to see by, and you don't really want to know why.
Now I know my mama were just out of sorts coming back from here. Hey, wait a second.
Out of character, no, it was Lyra and Miranda.
Is it Lyra and Mama? And Lyra could probably see the reasons why this place is like this. But wait a second. That's behind me. I'm just gonna turn around
What are you looking for?
because I'm hearing someone behind me. I'm like, wait a second. I thought I was the one trailing. Who the fuck is worse than?
And then there's those two.
It's us. It's always us.
I honestly thought I'd be the one trailing behind, but
Okay,
think
which one of you?
I've been
which one
sitting
of you
around
made
in
Barnabas
restaurants too
scary?
much.
sorry, Smeagol, what was that?
All right. Which one of you needs carrying?
Whoever it is, it's not going to be done by you. You can barely stand up under the weight of your own armor.
And I'm not even wearing like full heavy. I despair of finding out what'll happen if I end up suited up in here.
I can carry someone if it's needed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would go with a D8. Ava's not having a good day. Can
Oh,
what?
boy.
First of all, what's your passive perception?
13, I think. Let me check. 12.
Oh lord. Can you make me a dex save at
Oh,
disadvantage?
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Incoming.
Yeah,
Hang on. I forgot disadvantage, sorry.
that's a shame.
Should I just roll normally again, or?
No, just click the disadvantage and do the thing. Fuck.
Mm.
Oh, no. I am having great rolls tonight.
Oh Christ! And of course you've got the fire thing, haven't you? Fuck.
I've got the fire resistant armor.
Yeah, you do, but it's more you also have the phobia.
Oh boy. Oh.
So,
no.
Ava is, now that people have apparently stopped with Hazel looking behind to see who's trailing, unfortunately does not hear the very quiet ticking under her feet and takes, halved with the fire resistance, armor, 6 points of fire damage as little what you took as a crack in the rocks under your feet spits fire
What, right under me or right next to me?
right under you.
Oh, jeez.
Hence,
I
hence.
just so I can try and jump away.
No, because that was why the dex save and the passive perception check. The passive perception was not high enough for you to hear the very faint ticking
Mm-hmm.
under various people, basically clarity going, "It's us, it's always us," and the dex save was something happening. I should move, but the disadvantage because you didn't have enough warning.
Gotcha.
So yeah, there's woof of fire basically right from under your feet. You attempt to jump away, and you can only just be very grateful for your red dragon skin armor, because that's saved you from at least some of the nasty burn.
Oh shit! Ava, are you okay?
Holy crap! What is the ground evil?
Why?
Unrolls map. Right. Yes. There are some spots around here that vent fire.
I grab the pills I got from my grand.
Yeah. They work, but they taste like ash. Now you see why Hazel took a bite of her half of Pop-Tart and then yeet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
I'm gonna funny enough, I still got the other half of the package and just I look at
long
it,
as they
realize
work.
it's still in my hand. Yeet!
As long as they work.
I'm gonna hand of fate this because this would be too funny. Yeah, no. You yeet the Pop-Tart, and from somewhere behind you there's foomph, and it lands toasted.
Why is the ground evil?
Remy changes the defensive on her sword to fire resistant.
In the minute that takes, it's Cherie turning around to Hazel, going, "This is Avernus. Everything in it is evil, unless it was unceremoniously dumped here, or came chasing after someone who was unceremoniously dumped here."
We have a list now.
Excuse me? A list of what?
Well, at this point, we're apparently generating a list of circumstances as to why things down here wouldn't be evil.
Yes, but that's effectively about the end of it. Even the Hell Riders were unceremoniously dumped here. Not sure there are any survivors of those, but depending on how fast we end up moving, we'll find that out relatively soon. Now, according to this map, we've got a ways to walk, with that being a potential hazard. I just wasn't sure how seriously to take it, because as I say, the geography around here is somewhat mutable. Maps are kind of guidelines. So now we know how careful we need to be.
Out of character, can you remind me how long the pills work? Was it an hour?
An hour.
An hour.
This is going to be a little bit of a walk. So everybody take a breath, because we're going to need to attempt to be quickly. Those of you who had a halfway decent athletics roll, as in above 10, may keep it. The three of you that did not, please roll me another athletics check. Don't forget to take
Oh boy.
At least
Okay,
it wasn't
take what, sorry?
disadvantage off.
Yeah. Oh, that's better.
Yeah, it's just Clarity's not. I mean, at least she is.
Oh
At least she is fire resistant naturally.
It's 2 minus 1.
It's still
It is what Betty's-
it's still not as bad as the thing you're actually riffing. Just Sam's first charisma check is not 0.
Mhm.
3 minus 3 is 0. This after playing fucking Scanlan.
What's minus
That is-
3?
'Cause Goblin.
Yeah, because Goblin and Charisma is dump stat.
Right, so let me think about this because I'm trying to think of a halfway decent metric for this. So for some idiotic reason, Shri is weirdly fine. Just the threshold was basically 20 and up. You're basically fine. 19 to 15. I'll basically, okay, no, I know how I'm gonna work this. Right now, all of you make me a dexterity saving throw. No disadvantage because you know what you're. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Oh no!
Whoever's,
Disadvantage can't help.
24.
A 2 on the die.
whoever's close to Remy gets +3 for people who aren't lagging behind.
That unfortunately is not Lindira, but she's kind of okay. So yeah, the thing is that if you're saving, if you're getting you out of the way, that doesn't really help other people all that much. So let me think about this for a minute. Clarity's fine. Barnabas, Ava, and Remy get 4 points of fire damage.
Wow.
And Rylan and Hazel get 8 points of fire damage.
Hmm. Hmm.
This after the like basically over the course of about 10 minutes. This is of walking. This has happened. So for the next 10 minutes, I would like for this Hazel, Remy, and what was the other? Let's int checks, athletics. There we go. And Rylan. Yes. So yeah, it's Hazel, Rylan, and shit, Clarity. Need to make me dexterity saving throws. Rylan is fine. Remy and Clarity, for their various different reasons. Well, yeah, for their various different reasons, because they both have different ways of having fire resistance, take 2 points of fire damage. And yeah, last one who's on single digits, Clarity, one more time, dex save. Sorry, yes. No, I was right the first time, dex save.
Okay.
Right.
17.
That's much better.
And that is another because saved and resistance, that is another 2 points of fire damage. Before you end up at sort of a stream, quite short. It wouldn't even take an athletics check to hop over it, and what looks like a very old battlefield on the other side. This is around the point where we're going to be wanting to go straight up north, I think. Again, the map guidelines. This is where the particularly long part of this trek is going to happen, depending, I suppose, on... That thing doesn't tell you how far away she is, does it? No.
No.
Well, I suppose you can't have everything. Just hops over the stream and up towards the battlefield. As I say, it's going to be a bit of an issue. We might be able to get to Uldrak's grave by some semblance of rest time, but I doubt it. Let's have a quick look. Yep. Shit. Right. It's now that Farada is not with us. It's Rylan with the what do your elf eyes see? Passive perception thing, right?
I think.
Yeah, you for a minute it's kind of heartening because you hear wings. And your first thought is Alisei, and then wait a minute, no, this is hell.
No.
Oh boy.
And look up, and I mean, they're large things, and they have feathered wings, but that is not Alisei.
Guys, I think we might have a bit of company.
Yeah, there's about 4 of these things circling. And because we are at break time, and I didn't actually have a map for a random encounter, but you're on a fairly open field anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. We'll take our break now, and when we come back, you will deal with a small flock of rocks.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And we're back with Rylan at least having spared everybody surprise rounds, in that there appear to be rocks incoming. And this, I figure, is your approximate setup right now. And at this point, they're large fiends. These are demons. These are they're just hanging around looking for something to be evil at. Frankly, at this point, sort of. But we'll see. Let's start with initiative rolls, shall we?
No.
My dice hate me tonight.
You are fucking kidding, aren't you? Jesus Christ.
Remy, though.
Oh no.
Oopsie. Okay. Actually, no, this is going to be a slightly different way of working, so different pen, different paper. Let's do this proper, shall we? Okay, so okay, so that's
Penny.
Yeah. Sorry. She's outside.
No, that's fine. It's just Bork. That's that one. So then, um, 16, so Jesus Christ, you guys. One of the rocks actually rolled a 1 and still goes before Remy.
Oh,
Mm.
Lord.
Well, that's the problem when you're when your dex isn't that.
Mhm.
So top of the round, because my dice be like that, is in fact Cherie, who is looking at this one that has she's assessing the situation and then is turning around to Barnabas and going, how would you feel about going slightly faster?
Wouldn't be opposed.
So taps a charm on her charm bracelet, and yeah, you currently have the condition of haste. Um,
Ooh.
and the fact that she's doing this before she manages to cast mage armor on herself, she's clearly being very, very nice to you. So your movement speed is doubled. You have a +2 bonus to your AC. Please remember that.
Mm-hmm.
You have advantage on dex saving throws, and you gain an additional action on each of your turns. That can only be used to attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. When the spell ends, you have 6 seconds of Hazel's boof. That's what her boots do.
Oh.
So you know how when Hazel clicks the boots and then is frenzy? That's what you
Mm-hmm.
have right now.
Haste spell is glorious.
And yeah, I don't really have any bonus actions, I don't think. No, I really do not. So that's the end of Cherie's. Clarity. That one's particularly close and really not
Yeah.
enjoying the. You're really not enjoying the view.
Okay. So I'm gonna do bonus action insightful fighting.
Okay. Uh, please click remind me. I don't do combat often enough to memorize this for you.
So I do an insight check against their charisma deception check.
Okay. So that one's 1. So that die. What's
14.
yeah, no, these things have a charisma of -2.
Okay, so I can do a sneak attack if I hit. Which I will do Ash at this one, 20.
Yeah, that hits.
5 piercing and another 16 piercing.
Okay.
And then second attack,
Okay.
also with Ash,
Mhm.
26.
That's
That's an
it.
additional 6.
Okay. Yeah, just. Okay, so that's 21, 27. And is that it?
Yes.
Okay. Unfortunately, that one is the one that is going to be attacking you. And okay, the first thing I would like, let's see, that's 15-foot radius, so 5, 10, 15. Ava's say 5. Yeah, I think Ava and ironically Cherie are the only ones who are not in the immediate area. So, Clarity, Hazel, Barnabas, and Remy could. Oh, wait, I forgot about Rylan. Where the hell would Rylan go? Where the hell would Rylan go? Oh no, wait, Rylan's up there. He's
I'm
out.
next to I'm next to
They're
that.
out. They're out of the range. So yeah, it's Clarity, Hazel, Barnabas, and Remy. Could you make me Constitution saving throws, please?
I am a brick.
Unfortunately, that is a DC 14 Constitution save.
Oh man.
So
Remy
close.
and Clarity are poisoned. And on top of the poison condition, which I believe is disadvantage. Actually, I have a way to check. Hang on. I literally bought myself a tray specifically because it had all the bits. Yeah, disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. And additionally, at the start of your turn, so Clarity has missed this round. There will be taking poison damage. So that's it's poison spore thing, and right, and is going after Clarity. Deck 1. What's your AC?
17.
Shit. 2d6 plus 3, so that's 8 points of piercing damage as the beak heads for you, and double shit.
Oh, jeez.
At least it was one. It could have been worse. It could have been a crit. Just. Christ, the talons are worse. The fuck. And 13 points of slashing damage as the claws.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay, by all means.
So does that reduce to 6 or 7?
The higher number. It's always the higher number.
Okay. Okay.
Right, so that's the end of it. Hazel, this thing is tearing up your girlfriend.
Healer angry.
Healer also needs to not forget no one is allowed to drop to 0 here.
Yeah. Healer has not forgotten that. That is why Healer mad. Click boots.
Okay.
I have hit the go fast juice button.
So we've got 2 people with the go fast juice button permanently hammered into the opposition. Hurrah!
Hurrah!
Gotta go fast.
I had the same thing in my head.
Yes, that's because
Hand
this one's
on
contagious.
girlfriend's back and casting Cure Wounds at upcast to 4th.
Are you sure?
Or
With
it's
only
button.
13 points of damage?
Then screw it. Then just upcast the 2nd. That's without Disciple of Life bumping it up. So that's all the way back up.
Yep.
Well, I took damage earlier.
No, actually, it is with Disciple of Life because I added that as a modifier in the base. That's why it reads Cure Wounds Life Domain. If you look at the, oh no, sorry, that's your spellcasting modifier. Never mind, I thought I'd done that. Anyway, no,
Nope.
you're back.
The Disciple of Life thing is a separate ability. That's just the fact we wrote Life Domain on there because that's where I got it auto prepared from.
Oh, right, okay. Also, didn't you take some fire damage?
Yeah.
I mean Hazel, because you're
Oh.
you're patched up. But if Hazel took damage, doesn't one of her life domain cleric things also heal her while she's
Yup.
healing others?
Equal to 2 plus the spell's level.
Yep.
Yeah, so 4. So if you took any fire damage, you might want to.
Yeah, I'm already. Yeah, that's me healing, and 2 plus the spell's level for this was upcast a second, so
Yeah,
that's also 4 additional for clarity.
Okay. But doesn't really need it because already anyway. So yeah, that's action.
That's my main action.
Your bonus action was clicking the boots. So what about second action?
I'm going over here.
The
So here, and then all the way around to here.
boink. Okay.
Blanking.
Axe comes out. We do the advantage on flanking? Yes? No? I don't remember.
The last time I said no. Clarity is the one who gets the advantages. It's easier.
Got it. Okay, yeah. Thank you for confirming. And yeah, whoops.
Yeah, you should roll that again. I hate.
I'm
to do
100%
it too.
rolling that again because I clicked because the button didn't declick. Cooperate this time.
It's just I hate to do it to you when you had a natural 20, but
Doesn't matter. I still smack it.
You do in fact still smack it. So that's
And that's me.
That was amazing damage too.
the yeah, because it's back on cold damage and it's not doing as much as you think it should. Just as an FYI.
It's half of 2 is 1.
Yeah,
so
I know, but I'm flagging that up to you because if you want to flag up in a free action that maybe any spells or things to do with cold would not be a great idea.
If I can burn a reaction to essentially do that.
Oh no, it's not. It's yelling quickly. In what would be about 6 seconds is a free action.
These things don't ice up quite so much.
Okay, then there's rock number 2, which is going to go airborne and land over here. They seem to be predominantly targeting Clarity. So that's 20 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, this point it's only Remy that's safe from this one. This is a slightly different thing, but can I get a Constitution saving throw from everybody except for Remy? Jesus Christ!
Oh,
Oh
come
no.
on!
Ugh.
Con save
Ugh,
everyone again.
I say.
Everybody except for Remy. Oh Jesus Christ!
Alright.
Ironically,
Not great.
it's only Rylan and Cherie, actually, because it's a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, and everybody except Rylan, Remy, and Cherie are now stunned
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Go.
until
Does anything extra happen to me because I did in that one?
No. Be
Just,
grateful until
yeah.
the end of this thing's next turn.
Oh,
man.
Feels attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Oh, Jesus.
No. Oh fuck. And I don't think you can. I don't think you can uncanny dodge when you're stunned.
Well, I already used my reaction, so.
Oh, that's entirely fair. That's the case. That's the beak. So that's. Oh, come on! That's 12, 15, 17, 18. That's 20 points of piercing damage.
Ouchies, ouchies.
And your AC was
17.
Shit.
Hmm.
And 14 points of slashing damage. Barnabas, you're stunned. So much for your shiny speediness. Rylan, you're not stunned, although that was a one unholy screech that was like ringing in your ear.
Yeah, that,
And it seems to have had a particularly bad effect on various members of the.
oh, that greatly changed
Oh.
the planning of my turn.
Won't that be like that?
I had a plan, and now my friends are stunned. It's
Mhm.
sad.
Just glad Cherie didn't get stunned, because if that had happened, that would have probably caused the worst kind of concentration check.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just reading. So I'm going to metamagic a heightened spell to cast Blight on the one that just stunned everybody.
Okay, can you put up the spell card?
I'm button, please. Uh,
There it is.
and heightened spell is I'm spending sorcery points to give it disadvantage on the save.
Actually, you're spending sorcery points to give it a normal roll on the save because rocks have advantage on all magical effects thrown onto them.
Great.
Yeah.
But you're still doing it.
They're
It
magic
still helps.
resistant. Delightful.
Yeah, they're. What's the DC?
15.
Fuck.
I mean, they still take half damage, but it's...
And the damage is
You
necrotic.
should have an attack button for it.
Yeah.
I do, I'm just...
Yeah, click the button because they do still take half damage. So.
Because that
Sorry,
also shows like spell description.
which one is it pointing at? By the way. Okay.
The one that just stunned everybody.
Yeah, number 2. Okay. So yeah, if you wanna click the attacky button. Oh.
So, yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Half of 38 is...
That's still a lot of
19?
damage.
Yep.
Well, decent chunk of damage.
I call that a whammy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The sorcerer is mad.
Yeah,
You have stunlocked my... My name is Rylan Agency. You have stunlocked my friends. Prepare to die.
I proved that reference.
And of course now I have the Captain America meme. I understood that reference.
Layers.
Anything else that needs doing?
In the immediate, no. That's my shots.
Okay, so number 3. Boonk. Actually, probably gonna boonk. Yeah. And that's 5, 10, 15. So it's actually only Hazel who'd be safe at this point. Um. Yeah. That's automatically fails deck saving throws. So, um. Unfortunately, those of you who are still stunned are going to have to make me con saves. And so is
Disadvantage.
uh. No, I looked it up, and that strength and dex, not con. Hazel does not have to make this. Uh, oh, thank God.
Are you kidding
I roll
me?
more than a 4?
Neither.
Clarity is only stunned until number two's next turn. No, Remy, you have to cast one. You have to. You need to roll a con save too. It's only Hazel that's.
Oh, Remy's rolling too.
Yeah, Remy and Rylan. This
Or
is
did
a
mine not
different.
go?
No, apparently not. Oh, good, you made it.
Hmm.
And so did
Fine.
you. Okay, great. So,
Wait.
so yeah, it's Clarity is stunned until this one's next turn. Ava, Barnabas.
I'm going to use Indomitable.
I don't think you can use anything when you're stunned.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, and so that you're until that one's next turn, which doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. Actually, no, it does because you'd be able to go if you if it had been after that one's next turn. Sometimes the enemies are smart.
And the dice do that sometimes.
Accidental stun stacking. It happens.
Yeah.
Are we fighting a monk? What the hell?
Rocks are kind of nasty, guys. So let's see. But Rylan isn't stunned, so we're not at advantage. So that's a good thing. What's your AC?
13?
Ah,
I'm gonna get clocked for a bunch, I'm sure.
that's 12 points of piercing damage. And AC you said was 13.
13.
God, the dice rolled higher than that. $13 points of slashing damage. Ava,
Yep.
You're stunned.
Mhm. Am I stunned even longer because of the?
Yeah, but it's by a couple of people's turns, so it could be worse. I'm gonna hand of fate this one. Yeah, it's gonna chance the opportunity attack from Remy. So if you want to roll a single attack, that definitely hits. Roll damage.
Nice.
Okay, so that's 15 points off it. For whatever reason, these things do not like clarity. Like, at all. Oh, that's lucky. So the piercing isn't happening. And neither is the slashing. For somehow they miss. Maybe it's just because it's getting a little too crowded over there. I don't know. Remy. Apparently they want the tiefling dead.
Yeah, she will chase after that one.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15. You can move through Hazel, so boink.
And then she will use Channel Divinity to give herself normal attacks while she's poisoned.
Ah, yes. Oh Christ! No, wait a minute. That's a sorry. Before we continue, so
Oh,
that
Jesus,
was
sorry.
one.
Holy shit.
Hazel was so Barnabas didn't make the con save. Ava didn't make the con save. So I have to roll a d10 for each of you.
Oh, jeez.
What's the? That's. It could be worse. That's 2 points of poison damage for Barnabas. Oh fuck. 10 points of poison damage for Ava. So yeah, sorry, Remy. Carry on. You're using channel divinity, etc. Okay.
Yep, just show attack twice at normal.
Okay. Oh, actually, that means at the start of your turn, you also have 9 points of poison damage. Because at the start of your turn is when and it keeps happening. Just as a by the way. Okay, so yeah, both those hit. So well, that one hits because that one was your attack of opportunity. So that's. Yep, that hits too.
Let's put a smite on that one.
Okay.
And these are fiends, right?
Yes.
What the hell?
Jeez.
Paladin smash.
Yep.
Okay, anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Uh, Shuri is actually more or less okay. Um, nothing's trying to eat her at this point, so what she is going to do, because she's moderately close to Barnabas at this point, is rummages around in her bag, pulls out there's a bottle of what appears to be water, pulls the cork with her teeth, and as there's a bit of hopping, but she basically dumps it on Barnabas. That removes the poison. So we won't have to roll it. I mean, you're still going to be stunned next turn because that doesn't help that, but so you don't know why. It's just she dumped water on you and you feel better.
Water from someone that you love. It can help. Placebo effect is real.
Barnabas is probably going to prefer that a whole lot more to the idea that Shuri, given that vampires are in your future, somewhere actually invested in holy water. And then as a bonus action, because she's not going to do any good being squished up against one of these things, it's going to Misty Step kind of over there. Point. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. Well, it's actually closer to there. Okay. Clarity, you're stunned still?
Yep.
You were poisoned too, weren't you?
Yes.
So that's you're stunned, and that's 6 points of poison damage.
Reduced to 3 because of my armor.
Fair enough. Yeah. Thing one is they really don't like clarity. Shit. 9 points of piercing. Double shit. 15 points of slashing. Hazel is stunned?
I believe so. On
Yeah,
account of
I
I don't think
checked.
I made that save
Yeah, you did not make that save. I went to check, so...
until the one that had fired that first stuns next turn.
So, basically, when... No, because that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, so... It's this little guy. Who can effectively move wherever he wants because, well... Everybody in this immediate vicinity is stunned, at least until this guy decides to go. So... How smart are we today? We're actually pretty smart, so... Point. Well, there is still stunned. And let's try to remove the source of all healing. What's your AC? Hazel? AC?
Mine
Yes.
AC. Well, with the zippy, which would still be active because boots. 18. I'm vibrating just enough.
Fuck. Not just enough.
Oh no.
Yeah,
13 points.
the AC might be up by vibrating, but
13 points of piercing. But you're vibrating enough to miss the talons.
said 13 piercing.
Yes, I did.
Yep, just trying to keep the number in head.
Okay. Barnabas, you're stunned.
Yeah.
Ryland surprisingly is not.
It's not
But
somehow.
one of those is directly in your face.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna do something a little akin to second verse, same as the first. I would also like to bonus action Misty Step to somewhere down here-ish.
Point. Shri gives him a little thumbs up as they appear. It is sort of a pure caster fist bump.
Yep.
Distance, full caster fist bump.
Distance fist bump. And as my action for turn, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna fire into the one that's kind of in the middle here. Fire off some Eldritch Blasting.
Okay.
So I get 3 bolts of this. 16 to hit on the first.
Just made it. Roll damage. Okay. So that
Second blast. Definitely
definitely
hits.
hits.
And third blast just
Also-
hits again.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Yep.
Please, I am trying to do maths. 24. Sorry, just maths doesn't exactly always come easy to me. Okay. And that's end of turn.
Yep. It's me done.
Okay. Roll ourselves a d6. Lucky for you, the Screech did not recharge. However, there is still, oh yeah, because that one's that one over here, so who are we going to go for? We're going to go for the owl person. At least it's just a regular roll.
Yep.
Well, the beak definitely misses. That doesn't! Shit. The talons are the worst, too. So it's 15. because that was a crit, and that's 27 points of slashing damage. So the beak missed you
Ow!
by a mile, and you're like, ha ha! Ah! Ava, you're stunned. Number 4. Yeah, number 4 is also going to take a little bit of a break and remove the source of attempt to remove the source of all heals. Who the, the third one is done, so you don't have to. You're not stunned anymore. So we're back on regular rolls. Your AC.
Mine?
No, sorry, Hazel's.
18 still.
Yeah, it's just because I know you have fancy.
I have a reaction I can take.
Yes, and would that bring your AC to higher than 21?
If it's my proficiency, 18. That would exceed it.
Then you avoid the beak by your clang.
No,
And it finally, that's the thing. You block it. It's like it finally worked.
I'm just basically swatting at this thing's face with the flat.
Fuck. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, you swatted at its face with the flat of the axe, but the claws came lower. So that's 18 points of slashing damage.
Because with the because 18, 5. Wow, they exceeded a 23.
It's not that hard when you've got a +6.
That's fancy. So how many points of damage? Sorry, just how many points?
18.
Damage?
18 slashing.
Thank you.
Remy.
She will apply Hunter's Mark
Okay.
and then keep chopping away.
Okay. Nope. That hits.
And then she will smite it.
Okay. Okay. Top of the round. Oh, and you were poisoned, so.
Oh yeah, but she has the channel divinity up, so she's attacking normal.
No, yeah, that's
She
not what
takes
I was
damage.
talking about. I was talking about the damage. That's 7 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Don't have that many misty steps, but if we can get close enough, we won't need too many. So bonus action, I'm gonna misty step there. This is not the best idea I've ever had, but I'm going to try it anyway. And see who got poisoned way up in the original queue. So that's Remy, Clarity. Barnabas is now fine. Ugh, Ava, and I didn't roll your damage last turn either, so that's 2 points of poison damage. Okay, so
I was poisoned too.
I
I
thought
thought I
you...
was just stunned.
No, because you didn't make the first content. Oh no, sorry, you were out of range. Never mind, ignore that.
Right.
It's there's so many con stats nonsense that these things throw out. But Hazel's fine, so it's gonna be Remy, who also gets. She's in the middle of swinging at this thing, and all of a sudden, from somewhere in her blind spot, there's point, and then sploosh. It'll help, trust me. And you do actually feel better.
Okay, so she is no longer poisoned.
Yes, it is in fact no longer poisoned. Clarity, you were. So
Yes.
before we do anything, that's 4 points of poison damage.
Reduced to 2?
To 2. Yep.
No.
And I
Okie
don't
dokie.
think you're stunned anymore.
Nope. Okay. So I'm going to channel Whimsy, and turn the Faithless.
Can you
Go button. So any of those guys within 30 feet of me, which I think is all of them,
Yes, well, yeah.
must make a wisdom saving throw.
And the spell save DC is?
It is 16.
Check on the thing. So that's... Oh, that's... I wish you luck. They've got a whiz of +4, a whiz save of +4.
Wise birds.
Sorry, I somehow missed it. What's the TN? What's the target?
16.
Fuck. None of them rolled lower than a 13 and one critted. Clearly they don't give two shits for Whimsy.
Okay.
That's a great try, though.
So, and then that not working, I will disengage and go over here.
Nope. Okay. Okay. Is that
And then that's my turn.
good? Screech did not recharge. We are once again. Not doing overly well, so as much as they clearly hate you, they're going to deal with the mess that is in front of them first. So that's no, given your AC, even with the shield reaction, that's no. So 9 points of piercing damage for Hazel, and that one misses. If you're using the reaction for shield, get the hell away from me.
As I understand it, that's only per one attack,
Yeah, but I would have assumed.
and I only get one reaction per turn cycle.
Yeah, but this is the first one. We went to Cherie at top of the round, so.
Ah. So we are in another turn cycle.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm gonna be telling it to fuck off.
Yeah, it's actually just as well, because while the beak piercing is bad, the claws are worse, because the beak is 2d6 plus 3, the talons are 2d10 plus 3.
Ouch.
Yikes.
And as it happens, it is now Hazel's turn.
Right. Okay. Everyone's gotten kind of beat up. Could I, by chance, I can't really. Even if I could move through their spaces, it would put me in a bad. It would still take attacks opportunity from them.
Probably, yes.
I do, however, have some magic that'll do something here. Here we go. Right. Reach into bag, produce staff. And going to go directly to the mode that is burn half the charges. Do mass cure wounds, base level. Point targeted right about there to make sure I hit everybody.
Okay. So just about everybody gets that plus whatever Disciple of Life bits and pieces.
Yep, that. And since so that's Disciple of Life, so 5th level, 7 more for everyone, and then another 7 stacked from me.
Yeah, so basically everybody within that gets a total of 22.
Thank you.
I figured helping with the. So that's one action. What about second action?
Yeah, one moment. Second action. Out of these 3 in front of us, which one has been getting bludgeoned the most by, say, Remy?
They're pretty even, Steven, actually. The only one that looks moderately untouched is this little fucker. The one who's menacing Rylan right now.
Since everyone got that heal boost, I think we're still nominally in the clear unless Rylan takes like fully 3 crits in a row. So,
You remember whose
one
dice
directly
you're
in-
talking about, don't you?
Yeah,
I'm
don't.
well
Bring it into
aware.
existence.
I'm well aware. That's kind of why I still have. That's kind of why I'm banking on keeping as many of my actual spell slots as possible. Anyway, El Kabonk on the one directly in front of me.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh, come on.
that very much does hit. The cold
And
still does
I
the one,
forgot about
but
this from last time. That's
an extra D8.
Zonk.
Nice.
This is
So
fuck off. Feathery jackass. Like the blasphemy chickens on,
can
oh, I don't know, growth juice.
yeah, that one very much does not look very happy. Thing 2 is. Oh, of course, you used your reaction, didn't you? Yay!
I already did, yeah. Because the previous set of attacks is still nasty.
Although that does mean Cherie has an attack of opportunity. You have got to be fucking kidding me. So yeah,
Warcaster nonsense? Is this what we're seeing?
No, we are seeing an attack of opportunity because she carries a hand crossbow.
Oh, so an actual physical attack of opportunity instead of the spell attack of opportunity.
And it's only 4 damage, but
Still an
nothing.
arrow sticking out of its ass.
yeah. So you guys, and Remy and Hazel predominantly see what Barnabas saw back when. It's just out of the satchel, hand crossbow, punk. but now it's there.
Okay.
And the tiefling is looking better. We can't have that. Okay, beak misses. Fuck. Why? Why do you always crit on the talons?
Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez.
So that's where'd my d10s go? There my d10s went. Okay, so oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. So that's 15 points of slashing damage. I'm pretty sure you can uncanny dodge that if you want to.
Yeah, sure. I will go for
Oh no, wait,
8.
sorry, I forgot because it's crit. So that was
Oh,
15, 29. So that's halved to 15.
okay.
I should roll my d6. Okay, it hasn't got the screech back. Barnabas, you can finally fucking move and you're not poisoned.
So, question: is flanking a thing?
For clarity, not for you guys. I've read so many things. Some people say yes, some people say no. In the end, rogues are sneaky, but they're also kind of squishy, and they do lots of death by 1,000 cuts, and they deserve some advantages.
That's fair.
Flanking is that advantage. Besides,
Okay.
it'd be way too easy to cheese the whole thing on you because your own echo can flank for you.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, we're gonna move. How do I? We're gonna move there.
Okay, but you are going to. Oh, come on. Really? On.
What are even your dice?
I don't know, but you guys need Alice back because she soaks those up most of the time. That's
We take these.
25. That's 28 points of slashing damage
Oh god.
as an attack of opportunity. So it really is just you're yanking over there and just rip. But proceed.
So we're gonna summon the bonus action to summon the echo right there.
Okay, so we'll put another Barnabas here.
Yep. And then I'm going to be using action surge and the extra action off of haste, so that I'm going to be swinging at this goddamn thing 12 times.
Oh jeez.
Fuck yes.
Get it.
And that's why I asked. I was actually hoping the answer to is flanking a thing was no, because that would be broken.
Rotary.
I do
blade
have-
arrangement.
I do
That's
have
the best
some-
part about
I do-
optional rules.
I do have some sense of when broken is too broken. Besides, if I gave flanking to everybody, the hero wouldn't feel special anymore.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so
this
here.
is why I love this as a DM.
All right, so here we go.
Get it.
That does in fact hit. I'm gonna wait and do the maths when you're done.
All right, number 2,
That does not hit.
number 3,
That hits.
number 4.
That does not
Probably
hit.
not.
Paybacks is not swinging well for you today.
No, it's not. Number 5.
Nope.
Number 6.
That
There
hits.
we go. Number 7.
That hits.
Number 8.
Yep.
Number 9.
Nope.
10.
That does.
The attack rolls go to 11. No.
But you're not hitting anybody. So that's something.
And last.
That one does hit. So let me see. That's 9, 18, 30. Oh, no, sorry, because that one was missed. So 9, 18, 27, 33, 38. 56. 61 on the only one that had not at that point taken any damage. So that's that one. But one round has brought that one that had not been hit down to the owl level of the other three.
Jeez.
I'm not stuck in Avernus with them. They're stuck in Avernus with me.
Rylan, there's a beaky horror in your
Oh.
face.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what to do because I'm shocked. From
You're probably
Jesus Christ,
you're probably kind of splattered in various bits of viscera as well, because when you hit that hard, there's going to be splat. But you still have a turn.
Yeah, I'll cast this. Don't mind me, I'm just double checking spells.
You should be doing
So-
that between turns. I'm just saying.
No, I'm doing this now because there's a specific interaction I was looking up. So I would like to let's do the bonus action first, because this is how we've done it in the past.
Well,
So
no, this is
I'll-
how you've done it in the past because you can figure it out that way. Because I'm assuming this is the quicken spell.
Yes, this is the quicken spell.
Yeah, because usually in my head I transfer it to action, bonus action, but it makes more sense in your head to be bonus action, which is a cantrip, which is the Eldritch Blast, and then whatever spell you're actually doing.
And then
But
action.
keep in
So
mind
we'll
that the Eldritch Blast, if you're doing it to anything, is still at disadvantage because you're being threatened. That's the
Casters
problem
in
when
melee
you.
range.
that is
Yeah, if you've got anything in melee range with you, a ranged spell attack, a ranged any attack, is automatically at disadvantage.
that's okay, so maybe I just do no. I think I'm okay to just take the disadvantage to just try and
Okay,
shoot at this thing.
so the one in
three attacks.
the one in your face.
Yes.
Okay, but I'm just
So
reminding. You
that's-
see, that's the thing. I wasn't trying to deter you from doing it.
I know.
I was saying, just if you're doing this, roll it at disadvantage. That's it.
So 3 Eldritch Blasts at disadvantage.
Nope.
That one's a miss.
Nope.
Oh,
Fine.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad Blast. I'm glad Blast is a cantrip. I would now like to upcast some inflictions of wounds.
Okay.
So
That's necrotic.
this is a
right?
melee. So and this is necrotic, yes. So no disadvantage. Oh, for fuck's sake.
no!
It swats your hand out of the way before you can appropriately cast.
Well, the only movement I got's gonna provoke stuff.
Man, what's with those numbers?
I
2
know.
11s, 2 8s.
Some sign of something, and it ain't good for me, is what it is. Yeah, that's all I've got.
Yeah, okay. So number 3, which is the one that you're with, it did not get the screech back, but yeah, it's looking at the little squishy guy. It's a little squishy individual, more to the point. Misses with the beak. Does not miss with the claws, but didn't crit this time. That's 18 points of slashing damage for Rylan.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ava.
Um, how bad is Clarity looking right now?
She is looking like if she had a full bar of health, it'd be down to a third.
Okay.
Like
So to put it in
a
more
third
RPG
vitality.
terms, she's bleeding,
Looking
battered,
rough.
bruised, and yeah, some of those look nasty.
Okay. Um. Yeah, because she would not risk. Okay. Can I? Yeah, I can touch her from where I am.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do accurate wounds at third level. Hi, Pam.
I hear the trill.
So that's 23 points of healing.
Thank you very much.
Ain't going down.
Anything else?
Not much. Ooh. No, I can't. No, can't do that. Hunter's Mark. The next time I. Oh no, I can't do 2 spells. Never mind.
Okay. I think that is pretty much it. You don't have
Yeah.
bonus action attacks, but yeah, you keep on doing this little bastard's good work, so it's gonna keep on at you. Sorry, clarity again, AC.
17.
Shit. So that's actually no, that's beak, so that's 6s. 10 points of piercing. And the talons miss.
Ooh.
Remy,
Oh boy.
Gone swinging away.
by all means.
She's at advantage now that she's not poisoned.
Yes. That does hit. Sorry, which one are you hitting? That bugger? Yeah, okay.
Sorry, I might have.
No, that's
No.
right. No.
Okay.
So that's for that little bugger is. And okay, so don't worry, this is not going to proceed over much longer because I had planned for this, although I had hoped that you guys would potentially kill one. But from various spots, a little hard to see for the most part. You guys are focused. Uh, Arrows, an awful lot of them, and the occasional bit of spell, and the very battered, badly wounded. You came so close a couple of times. Point. And they are corpses at your feet. Shuri isn't bothering with that. She's just sort of heading up to Ava, who I actually do need to roll because you got poisoned, so that's 8 points of poison damage. But she does pull out another bottle of water, pulls cork with teeth, dumps on all over you, and then you feel better. It's holy water. I knew that some things, the way they poison some individuals, can only be cured by holy water. Plus, we were going to be dealing with a vampire at some point, so I stocked up.
Thank you.
Just be very, very grateful that I get paid an exorbitant amount of money.
Clarity, okay?
It's been better.
They seemed oddly fixating on you.
From various sort of shadows off, you get relatively tired, but almost amused voice going, "Some of the demons still remember the Hell Riders from back in the day." From various points surrounding the various bits of cover they'd managed to find, apparently, is what looks to be a raiding or scout party. Two of them are Scourge Azamar, and all 6 wear the colors of the Ambir Guard. It would appear that Jessamy hadn't been just having the ones who found out killed. And because we are at that time, that is the reveal upon which we will end. And when we meet again in 2 weeks' time, you can deal with whatever comes from that.
Oh boy.
Bunch of
Well,
people
all right, then.
who we thought were getting murdered got fucking dropped into the hell space.
This will be interesting for you guys next session, so enjoy. Bye.